Take a minute and see why I feel like Nicholas Godejohn's Miranda rights were violated and why he's eligible for a new trial or eligible to be out and in a group home.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
And you love her?
Oh, do I ever?
You love her a lot?
I was bummed my eyes out waiting for this moment to where I can talk to you.
Okay.
Because I was so worried about her.
Yeah. I think she loves you too. We spoke to her and for a long time. And I'm kind of thinking maybe she loves you a little more than you love her.
Justice and fairness. Okay, so autistic people often have a heightened sense of justice, a strong desire for fairness, for what's right and what's wrong. For that's not fair, you can't treat people like that. Or sticklers for rules, like me. No, that's illegal, or that's not right, or you can't do that. This is how you do it. And what happens? Well, because it's such a strong driver, we speak out. We take action. We call people out. We stop people. We explain to people because it feels wrong to just let it go through to the keeper. The real world doesn't care, by the way. The real world aren't sticklers, apart from, cops and stuff. The real world, they don't care. Autistic people, what do you mean you're not going to tell that person that's the wrong thing to do or that's not fair? What do you mean you're not going to stand up for this perfect stranger no one's met in his family before?
Experience autism, we take officers through a process of discovery. We want them to understand what it feels like to have features of autism like sensory sensitivity, fine motor problems, communication issues, or problems reading nonverbal. And when the officers do these things, they discover for themselves how to help. And they tell us what they could do to accommodate people with autism. So the first activity we do is when officers put Post-it notes on their foreheads and we ask them to write their name with a crayon. And most of them can't do a good job with that. Our purpose is to help them understand that autism is a disorder of information processing, but we also want them to step back and realize that things that are easy for most people can be very difficult for someone on the spectrum. And once they sense that difficulty for themselves, they're more patient, they're more empathetic, and they're ready to accommodate that processing difference. We have an activity where the officers have to rephrase things, leaving out certain letters of the alphabet. And that really gives them empathy for the communication difficulties in autism, the fact that some people have low verbal abilities or don't speak.
How did you feel whether you couldn't give an answer or you gave a halting answer? How do you feel?
It's awkward
and a
little frustrating because you can't just do it. You have to constantly think about the next thing you're going to do. I thought that gave me an insight. I had training before in autism and knew what it was in a practical sense. But to actually experience an exercise, or go through an exercise that showed me what it's like to have to struggle with trying to get my thoughts or an idea or just a sentence to communicate with somebody, but be limited in how it was communicating. It was a good experience.
Please go check out Trixie Lane and check out her videos about Nicholas Godejohn and his interrogation videos. She broke it down and did a beautiful job. Check those out and see how Nicholas Godejohn's rights were violated. And they were violated. He was coerced. Just check it out for yourself. And then also check out some of these other creators. The new Into the Weeds podcast just got a new batch of FOIAs, and some of the stuff that they're showing is pretty, I'd be embarrassed if